Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World, where we are making silage. Yep, we're going to learn how to make silage today. It's a very simple process. Once you know what you're doing, you can do this in your sleep. First thing you need is a bunker silo, which we have right here. This is a large bunker silo. We really don't need one this big, but what the heck, we'll go all in. If you step into the bunker silo, you can see in the upper left hand corner of my screen, it's telling us the fill level of chaff is 0 and compacting is 0. So in order to get started making silage, what do we need? Well, we need chaff. Chaff is what we make our silage out of. How do we get chaff? Well, there are 3 different ways to get chaff, and I'm going to show you all 3 in the process. So the first one is simply mowing grass. Now this doesn't have to be a grass field. It can be any grass around your farm, even the stuff around the edges. It just won't grow back as fast as a field of grass. It will not produce the same quantity as you would get off of your field of grass because you can't do anything to boost the quantity like fertilizing. You can fertilize a field of grass and improve your yield. So I've got a nice big fat Krone mower here. Of course you don't need equipment this big, but for this example we're just going to use this. And we're going to start mowing down our field. And this is making nice neat windrows for us. I did do some earlier, so I've already got some pre-arranged windrows. And I'm going to get some follow me action going here with a forage wagon. We're going to use this forage wagon to pick up the grass off of the field. And we'll just follow our mower. That's a good distance. And we'll just do one quick pass down the field. We don't need a lot to perform this test. One pass, and this is a very good sized field, so yeah, one pass down this field will give us more than enough chaff for what we're trying to do here today. In fact, maybe not even all the way down the field. We'll go all the way, what the heck. Maybe get a full trailer load. And it looks like that trailer is starting to get pretty full already. Let's go ahead and stop here. We don't really need any more than this. We've got almost 44,000 liters. So once we have this, we're gonna run over to our bunker silo and just unload. Now right now this trailer says it's full of grass, which is technically very true. But when we pull into our bunker silo and we're gonna empty here on PC, that's Control I. And as we start dumping, you'll see the grass is now converting to chaff. It's going a lighter green color. And if we were to check that, if we scooped it up in a bucket loader or picked it back up with this forage wagon, it would simply say that it was chaff. So our grass has just become the chaff that we need. Now, the second way that you can get chaff is by whole cropping. Whole cropping is simply mowing any crop you have in the field except for corn, or let's say any crop that grows above ground in the field except for corn or sunflower. And we have a Krone forage harvester here with a whole cropping head on it. And if you're not sure about which header to use, you can look up my forage harvester's header video. It does explain the differences between all the different headers for forage harvesters. Now you can harvest your field in this manner at pretty much any growth stage. But you just start running down your field and the forage harvester header will chop up your crop and turn it into chaff, and you can see in the trailer that it is just calling it chaff as it goes in. Now this field isn't as big as our grass field was, but you can see also this is not providing the same quantity of chaff that we had before. So whole cropping, if you just can't salvage your crop any other way, if you need chaff, if you've got to have something to make silage with, this is a fine way to get yourself some extra chaff. Especially helpful on seasons. I just did this in my Dalton Valley Farm Let's Play because I was about to lose a crop of barley. And so in order to avoid losing that crop, I just chaffed it and turned it into silage. And again, you're just going to pull into your bunker silo and tip this right in. So I'm just going to pull this trailer into my bunker silo. Right up here next to my other load of chaff, and dump this trailer right in. It's only about 3,000 liters. It's not much, but it's enough for this example. So that's number 2 way to get chaff. Again, that's whole cropping. And now we will take a look at the third way you can get chaff. And effectively, it's essentially whole cropping also, but it's specific to corn. I do have another Krone harvester with a corn chopper header, or just a corn header depending on your preference. But we're going to fire that up, drop it down, and start down this cornfield. Now again, you can chaff your corn at pretty much any growth stage. The later stages are going to be better. At harvest stage you can do it as well. But corn produces a lot of chaff. A lot of chaff. You can see we barely started down in the field and we're almost up to 10,000 liters already. So you can expect a great deal of chaff. So we're gonna go with that. And again, we don't need a lot. You can make silage with as little, I believe, as 4,000 liters of chaff. It's not a big deal. It's a good way to utilize some items around your farm that you normally wouldn't be able to use, like the grass or a crop you might end up losing if you don't do something with it. So we're just going to dump this chaff right in with the rest of our other chaff. How many times can I say chaff in 60 seconds? Chaff, 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 chaff. All right, that's enough of that. Now, we have our chaff in the bunker silo. What do we do next? Well, if you recall, it had a compacting level, or a percentage of compacting. Now we just need a big, heavy vehicle. You can do this with any vehicle, honestly. It's just going to take longer if you don't have something stocky and bulky. And you just start driving over the chaff, and you can see how quickly this big front loader, or big loader is compacting this. I mean, we went from 0 to 25% in one pass. And you just keep driving forward and backward over it. There are silage levelers, all kinds of things out there that you can use to smooth out your chaff or do whatever. They're not necessary. You can use them if you want to, but again, you don't have to. Not required. Just a big heavy vehicle that you can drive over this multiple times. So I'm going to finish this off real quick, and we'll see the final few steps in making silage. Okay, so we just hit 100%. Our chaff is fully compacted. What's interesting about this is that this is pretty much what they do in the real world as well. I watched a video by 10th generation dairymen, and they chopped corn, they put it in a bunker silo like this, they compacted it with heavy vehicles, and just waited for it to ferment. So once you have your chaff compacted, we can see now we're at 100%. We're going to blanket the silo. So we blanket the silo, it puts what's essentially a plastic cover over the top of it, and now we can see in the upper left hand corner that the silage is fermenting. It is at 1%, and I am going to fast forward time until we get to 100%. Alright, so it didn't even take a full day. We are at 100% fermented, and now we can walk up and open the silo, and we have silage. And that's all there is to it. That's all you need to make silage. Some chaff, some compacting, a cover, and some time. All you need. Now you can feed this to your cattle, you can sell it to the biogas plant, you can do whatever you want with what normally would have just been stuff you might have considered throwing away. So, that is my tutorial on silage. We're going to be taking a deeper look at silage in a few more videos that are coming up soon. I'm going to find out what provides the most chaff. We're going to find out how we can compact faster. We're going to look at a lot of different ways that we can affect our silage production. So if you found this video informative, if you learned something from it, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.